So you need to have this portal added onto an appropriate access group. Until unless these changes that you have done will not be reflected. Right? Some has to reflect with respect to your portal. Right? So that's probably the most important thing that we would do when it comes to the portal. Make sure it is added onto the appropriate access group. Okay. So look, these 5 steps define how you would like to customize the user portals. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll try to do this directly. Yeah.
Yeah, Sneha, one question.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
is a screen layout? I mean, what is the difference that we have in screen layout?
Okay. So when you look at this. Okay. For example, so this is my harness, right? So harness has something called as a screen layout. Now suppose if you open this, it's just an organization of your sections. Just like we have a dynamic layout to organize my elements, right? To organize the controls. Similarly, here on the bigger front, we have a screen layout to organize my sections. So what is the screen layout here? So on the manager portal, if you see, the navigation panel is on the left. The menu options are on the left. Right? Why is it so? It is because your screen layout is a header left. So that's why you see your navigation panel is on the left. Right? If you want, you can change it just like a template, you can say. A way of organizing the different sections. Just looking at the bigger picture, we have sections that are to be organized and we put them in a screen layout. Okay.
Okay. And harness is the way how the portal is going to look. So the
Exactly.
entire
Yes.
portal, it depends on the harness.
Right. Right. Perfect.
So
And this.
if we can we skip the harness part, then also will the user portal be available, or we can
No.
build any
No. No.
portal?
No. Because you see the harness, even though it is not mandatory, as a best
Mm-hmm.
practice, this portal will always house the harness. It has to. Okay. Now if you look at this screen layout, so screen layout is not a rule type. You don't find anything as a screen layout here. So just like your dynamic layout, right? So dynamic layout is not a rule type or something. It's just a way to organize the elements in your section, right? So similarly is your screen layout. So now suppose let's open this screen layout. Okay, so this is a PY portal header. Okay, so on that particular section, what I see is all of these things. Okay, so that's where your application logo, then your Pega, and then so all of these things, the images that you see, right? So my application, Pega, and then your actual application name. So all of these are coming from this particular header area. So let me show what this dynamic layout is. So here's a dynamic layout here, and what does it have? It's just a container is available. Let me just let us open this. Okay, let me open the navigation. So here you see a menu option, right? So these are navigation menus. Let me just open that particular section. Okay, so this is section for Case Manager Portal Navigation. Right. And I see different menus. 2 menus are there. open. One is going to be for the case types, right? So you click on new, you get to see all the case types available. So one menu could be for that. Yes. So this navigation is for PY create case menu. So in order to create new cases, I would go for this particular menu. So yes, this is a create case menu which just gets added dynamically as and when you create case types. So the other menu, so this is for manager links. So here I should be expecting all the other set of options. Yes, dashboard, my work, pulses, documents. So all these are being populated from this particular navigation menu. And they're not just for display, right? Like once you click on something, some action that is happening, isn't it? You click on
Yes.
dashboard, you see the dashboard of your application. You click on reports, you see something related to reports. Right? So how is that happening? That is because, suppose if I click on reports, so what's happening is, let me click it. So for each item, there is a specific set of action that is designated. So on click, what should I do? It's also defined on your navigation. Right? So I click on reports. So what happens? It's defining actions. So close, then a harness, an appropriate harness is displayed here, the reports one. So you see harness is PY report browser is the harness, right? And then all the aspect of what has to be displayed on the screen. So you should show all the private and public reports and then show some set of buttons. So everything goes into the harness level configurations. Yes, you can start with the portal and you can end up with each and every specific entity that you see on your application. Okay. So let us do some customization here as now we know the hierarchy. Okay. To start with a very basic customization, maybe we'll try to change the logo. Okay. So currently I see Pega logo here, but as the application is related to HR services, I would like to change the logo. Probably the most easiest way, the fastest way is from the App Studio. And definitely we will also see it from the Dev Studio as well. So on the App Studio, I can go into the settings. Okay, we go into the settings. And themes. Okay, right. So here on the themes, I see the application menu, the logo, what has to be shown on the banner, and I can change the logo. Okay, so again, I can just upload my own logo, or I could use something from the existing ones. Let us just save this. Now I see this as my logo here. Now does that reflect on my case manager portal? Let us reload and check. Is it still saving? Okay. Yes, now I see Pega logo has been replaced with the logo that we have given. Right? So this is probably the most quick way of how you can customize the logos or customize the themes of your application. So if you'd like to change the backgrounds or the colors, you can change the entire theme as well. Right? So you can do that. And the same thing can be achieved from the developer as well, I mean from the dev studio as well, where all we have to do is find, yes, so where is this coming from? So let's open the rule where you have this icon. So where did this come from? It is from your py portal header is where getting the icon, right? But I see 4 different icons. So which one is the application logo? We have to look at it, open the properties, and only then we can confirm. Oh, yes. So this is something related to what is this related to? It is related to my applications. So when you look at this is your my application. So I don't want to change this. I want to change the logo. So probably this is not what I'm looking for. What is icon? Yes. So this is going to be your application logo. So if you do it as a developer, find the appropriate rule and find the appropriate entity that you are looking for. Okay. So from here, I can change the logo. Right? I mean, are we clear so far? Any questions on this so far?
No, Sneha, no questions.
Right. Then the next customization we are going to do is on the widgets. Right? Suppose on the manager portal, you see a lot of widgets. Right? So all these things are nothing but we call them widgets. Right? So those can be customized. So I clicked on the gear icon on the top where you can deal with the personalization. And again, this can be done by the end user himself, or it could be a developer also. Right? So if a manager thinks he would like to customize the or personalize his portal, he can do it. So we are letting the end user also make the changes as per his requirement, provided we are giving him that privilege. So currently I see the template is a right column template. I see slot 1 and slot 2 with few widgets. But let us change this. So maybe we would like to go for a 4 square template where I would like to have 4 slots. Okay. You can add in your widgets here. Okay, so I have a lot of widgets related to case management. Let me add this nearby cases. Then relating to data management, relating to informations, reports. So I would like to just add 2 widgets on slot 3. And also, I would just like to move the work queues onto slot 4. Okay, and once you make all your changes, you can either publish it or discard it. Right? Okay. So let me just publish. So from now on, I would like to see the manager portal like this. And because we have changed the template, or we have changed the uh, widgets, or we have added in some new widgets, we have customized the dashboard. Right? So this is probably one other customization that we would generally be doing when it comes to real-time applications. Right? And probably the most important one is going to be regarding your menu items. So we see all these menu items, and like I said, not every application will need all of these things. So it depends upon the kind of application. If you are dealing with suppose a passport based application, your many options would be relating to issue passport, or look at expiry dates, or renewal, reissue. So your menu options would be something like that. If you are looking at a banking application, they would be relating to loans, or booking fixed deposits. So let's see how can you play around with this menu item. Okay. So obviously, again, I can either use my live UI, or better we'll go with that first once. Okay. So my menu, where is it coming from? So let me open. Yes, so this is a case manager portal navigation. So we are getting it from here. And obviously the first one is for your case types. So I'm going to go for the second menu option. And definitely we should do it using a trial and error only. Like, look, by looking at it, we cannot say. So you have to open it, open the properties, see what it is representing. So yes, case manager means I want to open this. Yeah. So I see dashboards, work, and again, all of these are not available always. So if you look at analytics is again something that I don't see here. Okay? So they are specific to certain users, or they might be restricted access to specific users. Okay. Okay. Now I think we will add a new entity here. Suppose maybe for as this is a manager portal. So let me add something related to achievements. So I'll just add. So I would like to just name it achievements. Okay, and then you can give it a specific image, right? Because for each of these you see an image is displayed. So I think let us add in that image as well. And again, we have different ways of how you get to add image, but I'm just using a simple image now. So let's choose something that's appropriate for achievements. Okay, fine. Okay. Something related to achievements. Yeah, okay. I think maybe I'll just go for this. So right, you've used a simple image and the visibility for it. Yes, I would like to have it to always for now. There's no privilege. There's no condition for enabling it. I want it always to be available for all the users. So I would like to just do a private edit first because I would like to check how it works. Then if it works well, then I would like to save this to my rule set and then I will proceed. I think I'll just reload the instance once. Okay, in the meanwhile, like for item, generally what happens is it would be listed out as a navigation item on the menu here. Right? But whereas a reference will not be, it will not be defined on the list directly. So it's always a good practice to, like, when you're trying to change something that's already existing, and if it's in a locked rule set, better do it as a private edit first, so that just reflects as a local copy. And if you think it is working good, it is all fine, then you can save it into your rule set and then you can check it.
Okay.
Because once you check in, it would be available for all the users, isn't it?
Yeah. Will this not work in branch?
Yes, it would. If there's if your team is using a branched rule set, or you have a separate branch application, then yes. And even then also, we suggest that directly do not just check in it, but check it in your local copy first, and then you can go for the check-ins.
Okay.
Okay, now maybe let's check this, because now we have added in a new thing. Yes, so I see achievements as a newly added in menu option here. Right? So likewise, I can add, but once I click on it, do I see anything? Do I see any outcome? No. Why? Because we
No.
didn't define anything on the actions of it.
Actions.
Exactly. So achievements, the actions are not defined. Like I didn't configure as in what should happen if I click, or what event, what action has not been configured. So this is one main, probably the most uh, frequent thing that we do when you start configuring the user portals, right? Which is customizing the menu options.
Reference one is left.
Yes, yes. So yeah, when I try to open this, so I think this rule is no longer available, or that will be appropriate rule once again. So for reference rules, I'm not exactly sure of what this does, but we don't see it directly on the uh, menu options. Probably it has to be launched from somewhere else, is what I'm assuming. Not probably. I'll just check on this once. Seems like this is something related to mobile settings, but no action is taken. There's the menu option, but no event, no action. So I'll just cross check on this once. Probably I'll provide more details.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, these are the steps on how you can achieve your customization. So we started off with the portals. Then we now know what harnesses. And by default, we have got a lot of harnesses available, a lot of portals available. You can always look at them, see if any of one could be reused, right? So rather than creating it from scratch, so we can always go check whether I can reuse anything or at least I can save as something that's already existing. So even my harnesses also. So these are all the harnesses that are provided. And most frequently, we would be looking at a new harness, right? Or some review harnesses or confirm harness. Those are something we would be looking after. But still, if other harnesses are probably more reusable, I can go ahead, save as them, and I can use on my portal. Right? So you can use the same harness across different portals. If you think they are a little similar, you can do that. Create one common harness and then you can use it across different portals. Like when you start creating a case, you will see the first screen, isn't it? Probably the empty one, which would just have a very limited set of options. So that is your new harness. So that's because of the new harness.
Without the case ID one.
Right, exactly. And later on going, yes, so this is the one which is part of your new harness. So for different requirements, we can deal with different harnesses. So even in the new harness also, we again, it depends upon uh, the application version and sort of. So your new harness, again, we have it specific to the rule set, because if you see, few are related to the decisioning. Data scientists are there, few are related to decisioning are there. I mean, start creating different models, start creating different harnesses and see how you can play around with them. I think that is all from my end for today.